They did a poll in Japan where they were like, "Hey, you know, Kotoki's designing another kit. You guys can decide which one it is." And
Oh,
they picked the G Self, and that was in 2012.
Oh, 2012? What the
It was a
fuck?
while
Moving on.
Yeah. Let me double check.
Oh, 20, it
G
can't be 2012
Self
because
Verta. Let me
G
double
Record
check.
came out. G Record came out in
Okay,
2014.
it was at least 8 years ago, so 2018.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, then that
Because
would make sense. Okay,
okay,
so
yeah,
it's good, Nick. You
hold
don't
on, hold
understand.
on. A census at Gundam Info was held from the 18th to the 24th of September 2017, where the fans were to determine which of the next units would be recreated as the next Master Grade Verka after Master Grade Double Zeta, with G Self winning the poll. For the international fan base, this hypothetical gunpla is extremely notorious for being seen as an unproduced item, despite winning the census, while other poll winners didn't get the same treatment. This is because the G Self is one of the few protagonist mobile suits from the entire series and the Reguild Century timeline in general that is yet to have a Master Grade kit.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to Nick in Star Wars terms, all right, and then we're gonna move
Yeah,
on. So,
yeah.
G Cell is basically G Self and Recon Gisa and G and what's it called? And Turn A Gundam are like it's basically like if George Lucas got to make his own sequel trilogy that didn't exist in the main canon.
yeah.
That's basically what it was. And one of the series, Turn A, is like it's like kind of embraced.
It's peak.
And
It's peak. I don't know how
yeah,
else. It's absolute cinema. And like, try to
yeah.
imagine if there were multiple Gundam or not Gundam, if there were multiple Star Wars
Oh,
universes that kept repeating the same thing over and over again, and then they'd led into the same universe, and that's basically Turn A.
yeah.
Like the surprise
And
reveal on that at the end was like, what the fuck? But go
yeah, so
ahead.
it's like the culmination that one is, but it's still a good story on its own. So you can either watch it for what it is and or watch it as like the final thing of all Gundam. But then G or Rikangisa and G, aka G Recco, is like in that vein, but it's not as like celebrate. Honestly, I think I like G Recco more than Turn A, but that's just me.
I haven't
Um,
seen G Reco in full yet, so I have no opinion.
Um,
the problem is that it's messed up because either you watch the movies, but the movies and the TV show they're kind of like the same length. But if you watch the what's it called? If you watch the TV version, it's like so condensed. Like it doesn't try to waste your time. Like it is a 50 episode anime in 25 episodes. So like Tomino directed all of it. So there, and it's not like with Turn A where he like created like the baseline of it and then had everyone else do it, like direct it, like individual episodes.
Right.
Tomino did all of it, and it's kind of like wonky here and there. But then the movies, which came out like 10 years later, they they make a lot of fixes to like the at least like the animation or
Hmm.
stuff, kind of like the original trilogy movies did. But the G Reco movies, there's five of them, so it's like literally the same amount of time. It wasn't like they chopped scenes here and there for a 25 episode anime. It's like what they just like put all of it in like movie form. But the problem is
Right.
that it's better to watch as a 20 episode 25 episode TV show than it is to watch as five movies because like as one movie is so dense. So yeah, that's what I wanted to get. But the problem is G Reco basically Bandai, because Bandai is like Disney in this equation with Star Wars. They like
Literally,
kind of
by the
fuck
way.
they fuck with Tomino, the original vision, and they won't like what's it called? They won't double down on like Tomino shit, but what they will do, they'll double down on their own shit, which is like Unicorn. I don't know what you feel about Unicorn, but Unicorn is like like the sequel trilogies, where it's like just made to like it's just made to sell like the same type of visuals from the like the original like incarnation. That's what Unicorn is, and that has nothing to do with like the original creator. The only thing they got in common with the original series was that they got the Yas, the guy who did the character designs for the original Gundam. They got him to do the character designs for Unicorn. Um and the only thing good about it, and this pissed me off, but after this shit we're gonna move on because I don't want to talk about Gundam too much. We could have
Likewise.
got the Hathaway. We could have got okay. So Hathaway, let's say what's in Star Wars terms.
Andor.
Hathaway is like I was
I
gonna
call
say
him
Darth
Hathaway.
Plagueis, but yeah, maybe it might be
Yeah.
Andor. But Hathaway is like this thing where it's like more mature. It's more mature than like Gundam is sort of mature, but it's still a kid show. But the Hathaway, they're like three books, and they were just books for a long time, but now they're slowly coming out as movies. We could have got Hathaway OVA with the unicorn quality, but instead we got unicorn and we got fucking what was that one movie? That was basically a unicorn episode 8. What the fuck was that movie called? Um oh, NT
Yeah, NT,
narrative.
NT, and narrative,
You got
narrative,
that
narrative.
bullshit, which is just like Bandai, like jerking off like what existed of Gundam. Instead, but we did have the blueprint to for the future shit, but we've only gotten it now, and it's all right. But the problem is that all the mechs are in fucking CG, and it's mostly because they were like complicated designs. Like the designs for Hathaway are like way super complicated, so it makes sense
Let
why
me
they're in
let me
CG.
find one for him. I'm gonna find the Azelius for him just so we can see what a fucking joke that thing is. Like the newest one that's coming out.
But if they would have put in the effort, because Unicorn is like the last Unicorn and Narrative, they're like the last great 2D animated mecha, at least for
I thought,
Sunrise. Other
yeah,
than Build Fighters, Build Fighters try maybe.
yeah,
Um, those are like the last bastions of like high quality, because like oh so yeah, so they had to use CG in these ones, like render out like the total scope, but they would have been able to do it because I was like the excuse they were like, oh, we can't use this design, we can't put it in like an animation. But if they would have put that much effort, because the unicorn that series had like peak 2D animation. So
yeah.
the problem is that they were just like, it's just we're literally just regurgitating everything that existed before. And so that's what I'm saying is like kind of like the sequels. But that shit kind of pissing me off.
You want to know what also
You're
pisses
not
me off is that G-Quux did the exact same fucking thing. Where like I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know,
that's what I like seeing.
yeah, like
G
literally
Quad is basically
G-Quux was pretty
the
much
sequel
2D.
trilogy.
It was pretty much 2D. Where well, it wasn't even a sequel
Yeah.
series. It was like if they went and redid like episodes 4, 5, and 6, and like made Ray the main characters of those as well, just to be fun, just to be silly,
Well,
just
no,
to make it. Because like
I think G Quad.
If you think about Ray
Yeah,
as
yeah,
like the type of character that she is, and like it would basically be like the old characters are still there, they still do stuff, but like you start by thinking the focus is going to be on Ray, but then they lose sight of Ray and try to shift
yeah.
the focus back to the old characters, and it just doesn't fucking work
Like
because you've already
Ray
like
and what's your name, Machu? They're
yeah,
just vessels for the older characters. They're not actual
yeah,
characters.
they're not,
And
they're
the
just
what
vehicles.
Fuji is a vessel for Amuro, and
Yeah,
then Nya girl, she's a vessel for uh
Cassilia.
Priscilla. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So they're not even actual characters. They're just vessels. But what I was trying to say is that like G Quox was like the sequel trilogy in the sense where it's like, cause they even did that thing where like they try to ignore there, it's mainly trying to be a sequel to the original show, and they only barely try to acknowledge Zeta and Double
like the
Zeta
one
at all.
episode with like the Psycho Gundam. Yeah,
Yeah, because they're all the Tsutamaki, I know all of them, they're all boomers that love the original one, and then once you go on to the later series that Tomino did, they're like, like they're whatever. So that's why, and that's why they focused on that with the show, and they were like, yeah, we just want to make our own sequel the way that we thought it would work. That's why it has so much love in Japan basically, and then over here because I see it's kind of split, but most of the people that hate on it, they hate on it because they thought it was gonna be like another female led series, and they basically got rug pulled at the end, and
I
they're like,
that
yeah,
to
no,
me that's not the reason why I'm so mixed about it. The reason why I'm so mixed about it is because
I'm
there isn't a concise story. And I think you're kind of the same way with me about it, where it's like if it had
yeah.
been one or the other, then maybe it could have been good, but it tried too much to be both.
and it's only 12 episodes. It's only 12
Yeah,
episodes.
if
So
they had
wasn't
done
much to
even
work
like
with.
a 24 episode run, they could have pulled it off better. But
Well, I don't
they
think they even thought of it that well. The only
they
thing that would
didn't.
fix it, the only thing that would fix it, if we do get a sequel series that doesn't have none of the nostalgic shit, because this I don't know if you saw SSS Gridman. I don't know if you ever saw that series. They came out like a couple years
No,
ago.
I did
So
not.
it's literally the same idea. It was done by Studio Trigger. It was they honestly G Quux kind of copied it. Where the first season, it's totally just like heavily nostalgia bait. Like it is a new show, but it's like heavily nostalgia bait. And then for Gridman, they made a sequel called Dyna Xenon, and that one is the one where it kind of opens itself to like the actual world that they created, and then they can actually do something with it. I think Sudamaki said that he wants to do a sequel. If they do a sequel, it could like with its own thing and maybe focus on only some of the other characters. It could work. Like it could kind of like redeem this series. But
Right.
I don't know if they really want to do it. I think they just wanted to do, they just wanted to rehash shit that that's all the stuff that Ano does. And Ano was saying that he wasn't involved in this show, but then like once it blew up, he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't in charge of all like the flashbacks and everything." But yeah, all the Ano stuff, other than yeah, even technically the new Evangelions, all like the recent like the Godzilla movie he made, that was like the peak of his recent work. But then he started fucking up with doing Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider, and then this one G Quux, which is all just regurgitating shit that he's been into, and that's how I see it. A lot of people, they don't see that. They just see, oh, this is just like they see the
Because
rehashing of like
it's not just Gundam. It's Pat Labor. It's Getter Robo. It's fucking
yeah
Gunbuster. It's literally every
yeah
fucking Gainax work plus Gundam and a few other super robot or real
yeah.
robot animes thrown in for good measure, and it's just like their love song to like that era of like 1980s anime.
Yeah, yeah, and so they went too hard on like the homages, and this is everything that Kara does,
Yeah.
or just Honor in general. They go too hard with like just being a love letter. That's like, okay, well this wasn't even actually really like a show, like low key, like that's literally the thing that they run into all the time, and yeah, that's just that basically they're washed. Basically, I like them, but at the same time I don't like them sometimes. All right, okay, that's it for the
Agreed.
anime.
Yeah, sorry.
Go back
We're
to
done
Netflix.
acting like fucking weebs now.
See, this is why I kind of wanted him to be in the episode. Look, I don't really know where the episode's gonna go.
Okay, now this is the best one. So my problem with Alla Hathaway, these two
Yeah.
ones, this one and the second one, is that, and this is with anime in general. I'm having this bit now where I say anime instead of anime because that's technically how you're supposed to say it. But what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like there's this trend in anime where, especially if it's a movie, where they think the only thing that can impress audiences is if you just like increase the amount of like flashy shit you see on the screen, and and all the rotoscoping, like that one meme of at the end of the first Hathaway movie when he's walking off of the ship and he's like, he looks like
Fucking
a smiling
rotoscoped.
yeah, he looks like a Smiling Friends character.
Yeah.
That's like the one, because then especially in this one, it's all the time you just see like, oh, like they made a realistic looking like flower, or they made like a realistic depiction of water, like the water graphics look nice, but then it's like like the things you really want to be highly detailed, they're all like, it's all CGI. And that's still like, and it feels like they're trying to have like realistic feet. You see Gigi's feet, very like in depth, like Quentin Tarantino, David Lynch style. You see all those scenes. I'm not saying I have a problem with
Wait,
that.
David Lynch is a feet guy too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's been known. That's been out there.
I'm gonna watch Twin Peaks. I don't know when. but it's like in my what do you call it? Your
Backlog.
Yeah, it's in my backlog because I just finished watching Daredevil, Born Again. Did you ever see Daredevil Netflix or no?
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
like the that
imagine if
shit's
imagine if you took Daredevil Netflix and you yeah, I think it happened in May. I don't know.
Did you remember when Steven Crowder, when he did like the test where
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
My mom saw that and she got so fucking mad. 'Cause I think
he
she believed the narrative at first. She believed it at
speaking of
first.
narrative, remember narrative Gundam? Anyway, we're gonna go back to talking about Gundam.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That dude, that's actually my favorite suit, but my least favorite series. Let's
Because
just put
it's
it
just
like that.
the what's it called? The narrative head. That was a good thing about that movie. Everything else was whatever, but like when you saw narrative like the head, and you're like, oh, that's the new Gundam.
Oh,
And it's
you
like,
like you knew what the fuck was up. It's just a
yeah, but
new
then you see
Gundam
the
with a fucking
bottom.
psycho frame.
Yeah, you see the bottom, and it's all like the unicorn shit. I don't know if I was like scaring you with like when I was talking about the what's it called, the what's his name, Yasuhiko,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
Hmm.
But I read all of Origin, and I don't. It was like all right, but it's only like okay, that's like the alt take of like.
Yeah, like it's definitely not the canon story, that's for
Well,
sure.
the OVAs, I feel like the OVAs kind of like go way further from what like the source was, but the manga, it was like all right,
Yeah.
but what was it gonna
It's
say?
kind of what I would imagine to like if they did a 21.99 of Gundam, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of what I would imagine Origin to
Oh, you're talking about
be.
Yamato? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which, by
That
the way, I don't know if you heard, they are doing a full readaptation of 0079 in
no
20
no no
like
no no. That's just a 4K remaster.
are we sure though?
I'm pretty sure because I don't think they would remake the original one if Tomino was still alive. I think they would wait for him to die.
I know that he is super against it, right?
No, but
But
also it would make it like if they announced a remake after he died, it would get a lot of people like interested in Gundam, and then also they would be like, "Oh, this is in honor of him." But like I guess like he's just like super healthy, like super like Japanese, probably eating like natto every day, so he's never gonna
right.
like die. Um, he's never gonna die, so they're never gonna like do that. But no, it's just I think what it is, that thing is gonna be like the Seed HD remasters. I think that's like the best possible case.
I guess,
I
but
don't
then
think I don't,
we might as well just get the movies.
that this is what I want. I want there to be an edit. You know, you edit the show, but then you edit them in a way that you can bring the movie footage, because that would be like the perfect amalgamation. Because while I do like watching the original show and then watching the movies, like afterwards, you know, you get like the second like a retelling. Because if you watch the original show and then you watch the movies, you pretty much get the whole idea. You get
Right.
all the missing pieces. You're okay. I understand why they skipped that. I understand why they went over that. But then you still don't
Yeah.
get. You're not missing information like if you were with the movies. You know, you're still like there's all these like that one episode when like all the bombs, they put all the bombs on the Gundam,
On the
and they gotta like
gyms.
take it off. Like that's not in the
Oh
show.
no, the one oh yeah, no. I know what you're talking
Like there's
about.
all these little episodes that if you don't catch them, like okay, they're not important, but they're like world building.
They
But
do kind of help give you an idea as to what was in Tomino's mind.
yeah,
Like I really love that episode because of how like like by the end of it, even the guys who planted the bombs were happy that they were able to get them defused because they're like, wait, we just basically tried to blow up a ship with a bunch of like teenagers and orphan children on it. What does that say
yeah.
about us? You know?
Or even like the
So
what is the band, not the band episode, but the one they took out of
the Doan Concru's Doan's
yeah,
Island.
that episode's good. I don't know why it gets shit, but allegedly I think
Because Tomino didn't like the animation quality because it was subbed out to someone else.
oh
And it was even more shit than like because the series in general is kind of off model in a lot of cases, but that one was so egregiously so in Tomino's eyes that he's like, we're never releasing this ever again.
well no, I think it was I think it just wasn't released in like the US. I think it was still released in like the Japanese
No,
releases.
I don't think it is.
Oh, okay,
I
that might
mean,
be
you might need to double check. I don't think it is.
because I
I'm
did
pretty sure it's just like
I did find like a Blu-ray level copy of it. I'm not gonna say when or where, but I did
I'm
find a
pretty sure
Blu-ray.
if it was on the web, I know that a copy does exist, but
Well,
like
it was
it
like
was
someone
like
ripped it from the
one
Blu-ray. Someone ripped it from the Blu-ray in
like
Japan. So
yeah, but like only one Blu-ray has been released with that on there.
oh, okay.
Like it because like Tomino's that like upset about it, if you would.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna get into was with I think that what's it called? Yasuhiko, what I can't forget his name, but Yas or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
he's a good like character designer, obviously, but it's just like the origin is like his iteration of it, and it kind of has less of like the Tomino-isms. So it like
Yeah.
it's good to like if you want to buy like an overpriced hardcover manga and you want to get the super high. I'm pretty sure he said in an interview that he drew all of the mechs and everything like just like free-handed them. And it is like an adaptation from someone who did like the original character designs of it.
Right.
But so, and someone who worked on the original series. So there's more like validity to it, to this adaptation. It's not like what was the other one? Like there's one Zeta one. It's called Zeta Define. I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's
I
like,
don't think that one has much credibility. I know what is it? Advance of Titans or something does have validity,
but
but Zeta Defined does not.
the
Yeah.
problem is when you add that thing, what I'm getting at is with Unicorn, because he did the character designs with Unicorn. And
Yeah.
what was the name of the guy who did the mech designs?
Katoki.
Toki, yeah, sorry, I couldn't pronounce it. He did Unicorn, obviously. So all of these guys are involved in it except for Tomino. So it gives it like more validity to like people to be like, oh no, this is actually part of like the main Gundam saga. Because there's this one like promo trailer for, I think it was for the last OVA of Unicorn, where they show like all of from the original Gundam to Zeta to
Yeah.
CCA, and it shows, oh, this is like the final climax. And it's like, no, it's not. This is just like this own it based Unicorn is basically just Bandai's like idealized. That's why they keep on showing Unicorn everywhere, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is our guy. We're gonna show like the original Gundam and new Gundam, but like when we're making the statue, we're gonna make it the Unicorn Gundam, so that everyone can be like, okay, this is like our shit. This
Yeah.
was the one that we helped create, and we're gonna keep on making premium 100 and out of one, whatever, out of all of these, like out of all the Unicorn. Then we're gonna make narrative. And narrative is just like, they take away the Yas designs, and you can totally tell this is just some like fanfic bullshit.
Yeah.
So I was gonna
Like
say,
the Phoenix, especially in the Neos Young too.
yeah,
Like,
but
come
no,
the
even
fuck on.
just the character designs.
Oh yeah, that too.
Once you take away the Yas designs from Unicorn, you just totally realize, okay, this is like below. This is like sub. Wait, hold on. Let me show you.
This bullshit is what it is.
Anything that comes out in. Oh wait, hold up. Wait. This is sub anything that comes out in Gundam Ace. Like anything in here, all these like shitty like UC. That's why I was calling it UC slop. Actually, no, this is a good one. But it was like, oh, like you need like a UC fix. Go get into Unicorn, because I remember when like Unicorn was like kind of fresh, it was treated like, oh, like fuck all this whatever cosmic shit, or
Cosmic Era.
what's the timeline from IBO called? Calamity Era or something like that?
Yeah, Calamity.
Calamity Era, fuck all this whatever other timelines, AD, whatever.
Yeah.
People just said it was good just because it was UC. And then Thunderbolt, the anime came out, or the anime, sorry, I'm still trying to train myself in anime. What's it called? Yeah, Thunderbolt came out, and everyone was still like, well, it's good because it's UC. Anything from UC is good. And then I think when more people started like realizing that like the UC gimmick is kind of like outdone. Like probably I think it was with narrative. I think that was like the end of the line. But and I think that's when everyone else is realizing it. So they're like, okay, fuck, what do we got to do? They're like, oh shit, we could do this one Tomino story that like people didn't really care about, or not care about, but like there's one Tomino story that existed. We can, if we adapt a Tomino story, it's going to give us more validity to make people think, oh, this is like a legit part of Gundam, and this is not like some shit that we made up, and that we got like the designers and everything to think that it's like the same. No, this is like on the same level. And so once they decided to do Hathaway, they're like, okay, so we need to make this like super like intricate and heavily designed, heavily animated to please, how do it, like, just that genre of people who think that like if it shows flashy colors on the screen it's good. Like I'm not saying that like the quality isn't like high, but I just noticed that, okay, this is rotoscope shit. This is not like, this isn't like the same level of like high quality animation that we're used to. Well, other than that, I mean, like the story is good, but I already knew the story was gonna be good. I was okay, it's Tomino.
Right.
He doesn't have like the plot armor or whatever of like the TV series to work with, so I knew it was gonna be good. But then I'm looking at everything else, like the quality. I'm like what they're trying to push. Also, the other thing, because with this one, I even forgot what's the name of the what's it called, the title, or I think it's called like Sorcery of the Nymph. What?
Yeah, something like that.
Something. Because they knew it was gonna be like a theatrical release, they added like these two corny
like ass
songs.
like.
So they added a SZA song in the beginning as like the opening,
and then they
song.
ended it off with Sweet Child of Mine, right?
Yeah,
I saw the video for that. What did you think about that? Because I kind of like that they added Sweet Child of Mine.
Once you see it in the movie, it sucks. I like that.
Really?
Once you see it in the movie, it kind of sucks because it was so shoehorned in. Because they have two other insert songs in like the actual like movie that take place in between scenes.
That leaves a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, not gonna lie.
And because it literally just shows up like right at the end. There's no like build up and everything that you would expect. It just shows up and then the credits start. And so it feels like because the thing I was thinking of was that like I like that the system that anime has, where when they get an original song and then you always think of that song with the show or the movie that you just watched. Like what is the one I'm thinking of? Like the new one for the fucking Chainsaw Man movie. Like that's always gonna be synonymous with that movie. But then like getting like needle drops, getting like songs that already existed is like a very American like entertainment thing. So what I'm trying to get at is that they did try to do like a little how do you say it? Like they did try to like pander a little bit to like the Western market with this movie. Because again, I think they thought that they were like, oh, like this is like this is gonna get a lot more eyes on us now because I think they assumed a lot of people who watched the one on Netflix, the Hathaway one, I think they assumed, oh dude, they're gonna go out of their way to see it. But it's still like that. I don't think this movie did as well as the G Quax movie. If I'm
I don't think so either.
And over here, obviously it did well in Japan, but I don't think it did as well as they expected over here. So I think honestly, the third one or whatever, they're just gonna put that shit on Netflix again. I don't think there's, I don't think there is like they kind of saw. Oh, I forgot. I need to show this too since I'm in the. I brought it up. Hold up.
Oh boy,
dude, I can tell you look fucking exhausted.
Dude, I've been up since like 4 a.m. It's been a while.
Well, you been drinking?
No, I was drinking last night though, so I missed out on a fucking collectible.
You missed out on a fucking card.
Who gives a shit, bro? If
you
it doesn't have the fucking,
it wasn't even the one I wanted. I was almost gonna ask them, can I just pick the one I want? But I was like, I was too
Whatever, bro. Just go into the movie and stop looking like a fucking weeaboo retard.
I heard one of them like someone they just asked for the whole like box of cards and they got them.
Jesus
But
Christ.
this was even after like the third week or whatever. Someone just like they went like, okay, yeah, like you can just get the whole card. We don't know what we're doing with this.